I'll tell you a story. A friend of mine who's a businessman, very, very, very top guy. Most of you would have heard of him. Seriously overweight, and he takes the fat shot drug. And he called me up, and he said, "I'm in London, and I just paid for this damn fat drug I take." I said, "It's not working." He said, "I just paid $88. And in New York, I pay $1,300. What the hell is going on?" So this is really a feel-out meeting, a little bit. And President Putin invited me to get involved. He wants to get involved. I believe he wants to get it over with. Now, I've said that a few times, and I've been disappointed because I'd have like a great call with him, and then missiles would be lobbed into Kiev or some other place, and you'd have 60 people laying on a road dying. I said, that's cold, but it's a violent war. 5,000 to 7,000 people a week are dying. The money that's been spent and the death is incredible. It's the worst thing that's happened, by far the worst that's happened since World War II. So I'm going in to speak to Vladimir Putin, and I'm going to be telling him, you got to end this war, you got to end it. And he wasn't going to mess with me. This war would have never happened.
I think he's a wonderful guy. I haven't spoken to him much, but I think Elon is a wonderful guy, and I know he's going to do well, always. He actually went and campaigned with me, and, this and that. But he got a little bit upset, and, that wasn't appropriate. Look, the EV mandate is a tough thing for him, I would think. I don't want everybody to have an electric car. I campaigned on, you have choice. If you want a gasoline powered, if you want a hybrid, I love the electric. I love his cars. I think he's fantastic. But not everybody should have that. And not everybody wants that. And Biden, who's so stupid, he said everybody has to have an electric car by what? I think he said by 2030, which is in 5 years, people don't want that. And how do you do that when you don't have enough electricity? You go to California where they want everybody to have an electric car, and yet they have brownouts and blackouts every weekend.
Folks, let me tell you something. Nobody signs executive orders better than me. People are saying, "Sir, you signed them so well, it's like watching Picasso paint." And it's true. These other presidents, they signed a few sleepy numbers, very low energy. I come in and boom, stack of executive orders so big they needed a forklift. Tremendous penmanship, by the way. Beautiful signature. People love my signature. Collector's item. Some say I signed too many. I say, what's too many? 10, 50, 1,000? We've got plenty of paper, folks, and I do it for the people. You want a wall, executive order. You want a travel ban, executive order. You want your coffee extra hot, boom, executive order. It's called getting things done. Okay, Obama had a pen and a phone. I've got a gold Sharpie and the best desk in the history of desks. So yes, I sign a lot. And you know what? If I could sign an executive order making myself president forever, I'd do it. You'd love it. And I will tell you this. If North Korea does anything in terms of even thinking about attack of anybody that we love or we represent or our allies or us, they can be very, very nervous. I'll tell you what. And they should be very nervous because things will happen to them like they never thought possible. Okay? He's been pushing the world around for a long time. The people of our country are safe, our allies are safe, and I will tell you this, North Korea better get their act together or they're going to be in trouble like few nations ever have been in trouble in this world. Every country's called us. That's the beauty of what we do. We put ourselves in the driver's seat. If we would have asked some of these countries, almost most of these countries, to do us a favor, they would have said no. Now they'll do anything for us. But we have tariffs, they've been set, and it's going to make our country very rich.